Hey, we've just watched episode 7 of Evil of the Daleks. Now, I'm pretty sure, have I mentioned the name David Whittaker during these last 7 episodes? Because there's loads of great stuff in this final episode. The model work, of which we had a flavour of, because of various bits of footage, was absolutely phenomenal. The Emperor Dalek, how good's the Emperor Dalek? Absolutely. Um, and the cute humanised Daleks are absolutely get lost are absolutely kick-ass as well. I'm loving all that. It's some fantastic performances. Max de Bull taking over as the Dalek is frightening and kind of unjust. I wanted him to really get bit. I didn't want him to have any kind of not an ability but strength at the end, because he was just such a git. Kemmel dying, Waterfield. Is that one of the most affecting deaths in Doctor Who so far? When he said
Kemmel was.
But Waterfield, when he said that was a good life to save.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think the true star of the story though is David Whittaker, because I can't imagine any other writer at this point in Doctor Who having started off a story in 1960s London, pinwheeling back to, whatever it is, 1890s London, and then finishing up on Skaro. And it tying it, we've watched, obviously, we, as part of this process, have watched Doctor Who from episode 1, and obviously episode 5 of Doctor Who takes place on Skaro. And it feels absolutely seamless. Trout's performance as well feels absolutely seamless, and the way that this does feel like the end of a parenthesis, we obviously know there's a bit more Daleks to come, but there is something exceptionally heavy about this story, not just in terms of what happens, but what it means in terms of the chronology of the series. There's a real weight to the Doctor's performance, the Trout's performance as the Doctor, but there's a real weight to the Doctor as well, suggesting that he's going to, sacrifice 5 people, because what other option has he got? Talking about his home planet as well, which seems to be cropping up more and more. But irrespective of the power it gets lent because of its position in the series and how it's starting to play with the series mythology, which doesn't happen that often, but is obviously going to happen more and more as it gets more of a mythology to play with. This is an absolutely phenomenal story, and I'm tempted to go on a limb and say the best story so far. Elizabeth, what do you think? Yeah, just in the way it plays with the potential of Doctor Who, and it allows such great performances and such great writing, and how it just motors on to this, which is perhaps, even as a reconstruction, perhaps the most viscerally exciting episode Doctor Who's seen so far. We've got the Daleks kicking off against each other, and a great big chuffing Emperor Dalek, who is properly scary. I don't know what more you want, really, in an episode of Doctor Who. Best episode yet, best story yet. I can't think of anything more to say. And that, if I'm not mistaken, is the end of season 4 of Doctor Who, which in itself is a quite magnificent thing. Right, onwards. Cheerio, bye bye.